Come on.
No, she doesn't want to have equal space.
Why do we do
with
this
me.
every time, dog?
Because she doesn't want me to have equal space.
Why do we do this every time?
Because I'm the star
Move
of the
your
show.
fat butt.
So why does he get so much space on the couch, huh? People watch for me. They don't watch for him.
All right.
Man, you are just the most arrogant, egotistical dog.
I thought you were talking to me for a second. I was like, fuck you.
No, her.
Oh.
Look at her looking at herself like she's like, God damn, I look good.
All right. Hey everyone, welcome to the episode of So I Married a Geek. We're a little late this week because we kind of had a really lazy, rough weekend. Like, we didn't want to do crap this weekend.
I mean, neither of us really felt all that great.
Yeah, so we didn't get to film this weekend, so we're filming it now.
I hope that wasn't audible.
Every time you pop your fucking neck, it sounds like a thunderstorm outside, so of course it's audible. So anyways, welcome to So I Married a Geek, the show where we invite you into our lives.
I love how you say we invite you, and then you touch yourself.
Well, because I'm the host.
No, you're like, we invite myself into my life.
Sorry, we invite you into our life.
No, you invite them into our lives. You could say our and touch your chest, but otherwise...
I say it, into our lives.
You say we invite you and then touch yourself.
Because it's a privilege to be invited into our life.
Oh, what you got? Here we go.
Don't start with speaking Spanish. I mean, I don't know what you're saying.
I know, that's why
I say it. You could be saying all sorts of crazy shit at me.
That's why I say it in Spanish instead of in English. Because it's love. I called you a beautiful flower.
Bitch, I know you didn't say bonita. Anyways, I'm Gavin, and this is...
Felipe.
My name is Phil.
Felipe.
And this is Dog.
Who fights with me for my seat on the couch every time we
Every freaking time. Okay, so when she gets really comfortable, we'll save that for our next episode. We're talking about the dog.
See, there she goes. She's like, yes, save it for my episode.
But today, we are going to talk about the stupidity of this M&M's controversy.
Oh, my God.
For those who maybe live under a rock and don't know, M&M's was like, hey, we're changing our M&M's characters to be more current and all-inclusive. But they really only changed the two female ones. Then they said the orange one, who's the neurotic one, like braces his anxiety, which no one fucking does. No one braces their anxiety. They just, whatever. I thought the orange one was just a scaredy cat. So they basically, the brown one, they gave her less high heel, and they put the green one in like designer sneakers. Someone figured out it's like some designer Nike.
Heavens to Murgatroyd.
And everybody lost their collective shit. I don't see why this is a problem. I don't really care one way or the other. I thought go-go boots were fine. I thought heels were fine because I don't care. They're fucking M&M's characters.
Yeah, I didn't ever really acknowledge that they had personalities or anything.
I just knew the personalities. You had
it's candy.
The kind of bully one is the red one. The kind of dumb one is the yellow one. The neurotic one is the orange one. The laid back is blue. The boss bitch was brown, and the sexy one was green. Like she just
they're animated cartoons of candy.
I get it. You know, whatever. Brown and green were a lesbian couple. I get all that. But M&M's could have just done this without telling anybody, and no one would have had a single problem with this.
Oh no, because I'm not even going to say what I want to say because I don't feel like dealing with people bitching, but there is a group of people who will always look for something to be offended about, and a particular host of a television show who can drum up imaginary crises to have a conniption fit about. He's the oldest fucking toddler on the planet.
And that's all. This is just a redesign. Mascots go through redesigns constantly. Look at Chuck E. Cheese. He's gone through 18 iterations. Look at all the other mascots. They just get updated. So
but now that you say it, when Chuck E. Cheese stopped being quite so sexy, I stopped going there. So
I thought it was because they have shit food and they're always trash.
No, it's because they made the rat less sexy. So
the rat was never sexy.
I didn't want to have a drink with him anymore, so I just stopped going.
And that's my biggest problem is people sexualize this candy now. And I'm like...
They're like, what kind of lesson are you really teaching your child, homeboy? Like, I'm not going to say his name, but like, you're having this just absolutely psychotic fit because now you don't want to have a drink with an animated candy character.
Which, it's only over 2 pairs of shoes.
No, it's about making them unappealing and unattractive. Like, because now I guess that conservative white men aren't attracted to the candy anymore.
Which,
if you do
devil's
that,
advocate, I understand a small part of what he's saying because
no,
he is saying, you're saying women aren't allowed to look and be sexy how they feel like they want to be. I understand.
But why does he get to define what's sexy?
He doesn't, but everyone defines what's sexy for themselves. But the small part of what he's saying is we're in this trend where we're taking away the stripper sexy, but a lot of women like stripper sexy. Just go to 6th Street. We're taking away the classic quote unquote sense of what people may find sexy. So I understand that small aspect, but he's not saying it that way. I understand what he's saying.
No.
But he went about the entire... You can say no all you want, but
no.
There is a truth where they're trying to say, because for so long it's been Playboy high heels, tiny waist, things like that. I get all that, but there are actually women who want to look like that. They do all the play. We've watched shows about them.
There are women who don't.
There are plenty of women who don't. But now we're saying that the women who do want to, well, it's not really acceptable.
No, they're not saying anything. They changed the way animated fucking representations of candy look.
What this host was saying is he was trying to say it's part of a longer line.
What he's doing is extrapolating
I know what he's doing
out of nothing.
I understand what he's doing. It's stupid to do it,
but you're giving credence to it.
I said I got to play a little bit of a devil's
you don't always have to play devil's advocate. You usually don't play devil's advocate. I usually
don't, but I'm saying
it's only when it's the most ridiculous, outlandish, dumb shit that you play devil's advocate.
Well, someone has to.
No, there are times where it's okay to just let the angry toddler sit in the corner screaming.
I forgot our mop was running, so you may hear it running around in the background.
Sometimes you just let them have their tantrum until it's over. You don't acknowledge what they're doing.
He's gonna have a tantrum. He's going to say what he's going to say, and people are going to follow it. And I don't understand
You just acknowledge it.
I don't understand the stupid mentality of making this a molehill to not a molehill, a mountain.
Making a mountain out of this.
Yeah, making a mountain out of this because they basically just changed shoes. But to try to equate that to what you see as a bigger issue about body image,
you just validated it.
I understand what he's saying.
And I understand why what he said.
They want to say this. I'm not saying they're right. I'm not saying they're wrong.
I refuse to give it any.
You're going to have your own sense of beauty. You're going to have your own sense of what you want to look like. More power to you. I like the fact that we're going back towards more of the norms, like the whole Luisa thing and Encanto. I think is just amazing. But to freak out over a pair of shoes, y'all. There's better ways to exemplify what you're trying to say. But then it's also...
It's a stupid argument to be made in the first place. It is a stupid argument
to have in the first place. There are better things to talk about. There are better things to deal with than what you think should be classified as beauty. Or what you think should be classified as... Because it's not up to you. It's up to the individual. I find some of these plastic surgery bitches like Darcy and Stacy repulsive. Repulsive. Those two are like just repulsive. But then on the same time... We watch some people who think they're beautiful and they think they got it all together, but they don't. So it's always how you want to perceive it. I don't think there's a war on this. They're trying to say there is, but I just don't think there is. Because like I said, people are going to define their own beauty by their own standards. And the reason I brought this up, do you know what happened to Luisa and Kanto? She's the big, strong, tough one that's got the body like a wrestler.
I can only imagine what
Disney didn't want it that way. They wanted her petite like all the other princesses, so they fought to put her that way. And she, without Disney even knowing it, became like the most popular character because so many women saw themselves in that character type, even with the weird back neck hair. The details they went through to it, it was because Disney had this preconceived notion of what was going to work, and it didn't. So when they fought to make Luisa the way she was, she became the star. Everyone just fucking latched onto that character and just loved it. And
imagine that. Imagine not identifying with an impossible beauty standard.
So this is when Tucker Carlson will come back and be like, well, now Disney's getting on that bandwagon to say this. You've got plenty of examples where that works. Just let it go. Just let it go. They're fucking candies, y'all. They changed some pairs of shoes. I think it's where they went with the designer pair of shoes. But whatever. That's just a choice they made. But honestly, I don't know why they even said it. They should have just done it like a part of a revamping, and no one would have batted an eye.
Somebody would have, because there's an entire group of people who have to find something to be outraged about on a regular basis.
It's just dumb, y'all. There are much better things to be outraged about, like the state of CPS and childcare, state of the medical industry, the state of the student loan crisis, the state of everything. You want to pick some fucking M&Ms to complain about? But I'll tell you what, M&M's marvelous genius on their part to do it this way, because I guarantee people are buying M&M's like mad.
No, I don't want to have a drink with any of them anymore, so I'm going to have to switch to a different candy.
You can switch to Reese's Pieces. I can have those. There's no milk in them.
I don't find those to be sexy, though.
What about when you eat them off? Never mind.
Oh, my gosh. Always have to take it somewhere. Even the dog is like, enough. You've made your point. Move on, counselors.
Right? Would you eat? Of course, she loves Reese's Pieces, man. Although we'll talk about it when we talk about the dog. I found the dog's crack. It is hilarious. But yeah, so we went away on that. I understand his argument. It's a dumb argument to have. It's stupid to even make this an issue, y'all. Get the fuck over it. They're M&Ms. Does anybody care about the M&Ms characters? No. I'm sure there's some M&Ms fanatics out there who are like, oh my god, you guys are stupid. They're the greatest things ever. They're just fucking corporate mascots. It's not like a corporate mascot like Trix Bunny that was around forever. Captain Crunch has been around forever. No, they're... Shut up. I love Captain Crunch. I love McDonald Lane. I love mascots.
I love when Family Guy had Captain Crunch on there and he was trying to hire a hitman. He's like, because that son of a bitch has been
spending
lies.
Am I the only fucker that hasn't cut his mouth on Captain Crunch because I'm not stupid?
Captain Crunch, cut your mouth. Can't help it. I didn't make it that way.
I've never done that shit. Never.
Multiple people have confirmed that it is dangerous for your mouth. You just have that weird leathery mouth where you can eat boiling soup without...
I never hear you fucking complaining.
There you go again.
I'm just saying, for someone with such a leathery fucking mouth,
I was referring to the fact
that my God,
I can pull something right off the heat and it's like still steaming and you eat it without it burning your tongue. So, yeah.
So that's it for this episode. Our next episode is going to be what we were supposed to do last Friday. We're going to talk about life with this dog. She's been on plenty of episodes. You've seen her before the show. You haven't lived life until you have a completely spoiled pit bull who thinks she's people.
I love how she's listening to you now. She's like, I heard them say pit bull. What's he saying about me?
So that's fun. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe and share. Do all that fun stuff.
Or the dog will come find you.
And you don't, well, then she becomes your problem. She becomes like It Follows. She'll go with you. And then you got to deal with it. Isn't that right? She's like, I don't know what you guys are talking about.
I just want love.
All right. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. We'll see you guys in the next episode. We'll have lots of fun with you guys. Sorry we're late this week, but like I said, sometimes we just don't. We're not in the mood, y'all. And we try to do 5 episodes a week, every week. That's a lot of stuff to talk about. We got a whole running list on our door over there.
Some of it written in your serial killer style.
Yeah, I couldn't remember what some of it is. I got to kind of go through and decipher some of it because I do it on the fly and I have horrible handwriting.
I know. That's what I was trying to say. Like,
Phil's is all nice and neat. Like, you could tell
like you can read it. It's legible.
Mine's like, what is
His
that?
His is like just a red line that you can't. It looks almost like a heartbeat, and you're supposed to figure out what it says.
Yeah, pretty much. I ain't even gonna lie. That's what it is. So we'll see you guys tomorrow when you get to learn all about life with this beautiful beast. As she tries to chew my thumb as she's chewing her own gum. That's smart.